Maisie's Garden. I have a message for you. We are continuing on our Zodiac series for the next 48-hour messages. And what you need to know, this is going to be for Virgos. So if you have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and our North Node sign, this message may resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate, please go check the other signs of your chart. If that doesn't resonate, then the messages may not be for you this time, and that's okay. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're not doing well, then I hope that you make the step to becoming well again. Do something for yourself. Talk to somebody. Self-care, anything, all right? Usually talking about it or at least getting it out helps, all right? I love you guys so very much. Let's get started. I'm going to jump right into it because I want to get through a bunch of signs tonight. So let's just go. Let's just get into this, shall we? All right. Starting with career and finances. I'm really hoping that I don't have to pause at any point because my dog is literally going to drive me crazy. I can already tell. He's just in one of those moods, I can tell. Okay. All right. Let's see. What's this? Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Bad, guys. All right. All right, let's see. All right. Spirit. Tell me about the next 48 for Virgo in their career. Tell me about the next 48 in Virgo for their career, please. Tell me about the next 48, please. All right, let's see. All right, Virgo. You may feel like you are in a situation where you may feel stuck, or maybe the position that you want or the level that you're trying to reach within your career seems a little unattainable at this moment. You may need to proceed with caution when making any kind of changes or movement within your career or within your finances, especially the next 48 hours. There may some issues may come up that bring up like a touchy situation or like a prickly situation a little bit, something where it doesn't feel great. You may feel like you may feel like it's something unfair, or that you're stuck in or trapped in something that you may feel like you can't get out of. If you hear my dog, please just ignore it, because he gonna piss me off tonight. I can tell. He's gonna piss me. He already pissed me off tonight, so I think he's just gonna take it on home. But anyway, Spirit wants you to know that whatever you're struggling with or whatever issues come up right now within your workplace or within your career, whatever you may have to figure out or look at from a very tactful or diplomatic perspective when it comes to your career, the struggle is worth the prize. So they're saying that you may go through some obstacles in the next couple of days, but it's going to be worth going through these obstacles in some way, in some form or fashion. Hold on. And you may, it may feel uncomfortable, but there will be people there to offer help, or you may see somebody else struggling and want to offer help. Just make sure you're doing it in a way that's like in a gentle approach. If you have to, hi Dan. Hi. Oh, morning? So it's literally the next day where you are? Interesting. Where are you? That it's morning time, because mine's 8 p.m. at night. So you must be at least 12 hours from me. Let me know where you're at. Australia. Hi. Oh my God, that's so cool. Yeah, it's nighttime where I'm at. So you're in the future. Hi from the past. But anyway, you may need to take like a gentle approach to this situation, or you know, whatever this is, however you offer to help, you may get recognized for the way that you handle this situation. So something's going to come up, and the way that you handle and approach this, the way that you deal with the problem is going to, the higher ups, they're going to notice, or it's going to be on their radar in some way. You're going to catch eye, or catch somebody's eye. You may need to reevaluate. All right, so maybe you are very diplomatic, you know, and you're a really good problem solver. Maybe you haven't showed those talents. You haven't like really showcased that kind of stuff wherever you're working now. And a situation may arise where you may need to use that, or you may need to tap into those skills. And it's going to, what it feels like is it's really going to help you. You're going to get recognized for it, or it's going to put you on somebody's radar. You may need to let this shine. Allow yourself to really shine and kind of be in your element. Don't hold back, don't water yourself down, don't do something along those lines. All right. You may attract a lot of praise, or some some form of notoriety for in your career, in that space, for whatever this is and whatever you do. You may need, in order to reach whatever goal that you've set for yourself, you're going to need to use your talents, your skills, and your natural gifts in order to get there. Okay, Virgo? Let's see what else. You may be able to influence, you may like have just like a really good solution to something, okay, within your career, and you may be able to influence, or at your job, you know, whatever. You're going to be able to influence the people around you with whatever this is. Sorry, that was kind of gross. I'm lately, because of how cold it is, I took my dog out right before this, and now I'm like starting to leak and starting to, whatever. And so, you need to kind of let that shine bright like a diamond, okay? You really do. You have a lot of power behind you. You have a lot of experience. You have a lot of skill. Use that. This is just, Deanne, this is just a Virgo reading, okay? If you have other signs in your chart, I did Aries through Leo yesterday. Yeah, Aries through Leo yesterday. So they're already posted. And I'm going to do, I'm at least going through Sagittarius tonight. I'm hoping to kind of maybe go through all of them, but we'll see. They've been going about half hour each one, so we'll see before I completely get drained. You know, you have a lot of power behind you right now, and you can really use this essence, use this almost like this feels like a je ne sais quoi. This feels like a magic, or like this just essence within you to really yield things in your favor. You may catch the eye of somebody that maybe really, really higher up. You know, you may be in a very like entry level or, you know, bottom supervisor, something where it's just of like a small part of the department, and it's like you solve a problem or you handle something really well, and it's like the CEO or the head boss recognizes or sees it, or you get seen in that way. I haven't posted Sagittarius yet. That's later. That'll be later. So it's not there yet. Okay. All right. So anyway, and you know, you may need to, it may end up, the current position that you're in may not be the position that you end up staying in. So if this is something where you thought maybe you were going to stay this supervisor and you were going to be happy to just be in that position, and you weren't going to, you know, this almost feels like you weren't really trying to, you just did what you had the experience in or the knowledge in, or something came up and you were just the right person for the job or just the right person to solve this problem. And it brings you to a different place. It brings you to a different, like, you know, a different position, or you get a promotion that you just never thought you were going to have. Hold on just one second. I just want to see something here. Okay. Anyway, so this might bring you, this might end up being like, go, get. I don't trust whatever you're doing. Stop it. Sorry, guys. Stop. Go lay down. God, my dog is just so dee. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys, he's just real touched. Anyway, this may bring you into another level of things that you just thought you would never experience. You thought you would never be there. You thought you would never get in this position, or rub shoulders with these type of people, or enter, excuse me, hold on one second. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm really, really sorry about that. He's really doing the most, so I had to make him kind of go lay down because he's doing the most. I'm sorry. Anyway, so this may lead you into rubbing shoulders with people you never thought you would even get a chance to even talk to, or, you know, be around, or this gets you into rooms you never thought you would be able to enter, or it would take you a really long time to get there. Okay, that's what this feels like. This action is key right now. If you know that you can solve a problem, speak up. They want you to use your voice. They want you to showcase your talents. They don't want you to be afraid. They don't want you to, you know, water yourself down or not say anything because maybe it'll undermine your direct supervisor or something like that, and that person will, you know, don't do anything just because maybe it won't look favorable for somebody else. Do what you got to do and let yourself shine, because it's going to take you places, and it's going to create some type of opportunity, and you're going to get some type of recognition or notoriety, or just be recognized for what you bring to the table, okay? Tell me more. They don't want you to be reckless, and they want you to think before you act. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, I have star power here that talks about attracting fame and fortune. Okay? Magic is here. You have the power now. Use your magic to attract what you want in your life. And I also have social status here, and it says you'll reach heights of fame in society. So to me, even if this means you don't become like famous, very well could be. You very well could become famous for whatever this is. Okay, you very well could become very well known in the area of whatever this is, right? And you know, famous in its own right. They want you to stay grounded. They want you to think before you act. Don't do anything impulsively, but take the steps, take action, you know, and also don't get arrogant. And, you know, it's one thing to have confidence. It's another thing to be arrogant and cocky. Okay, that rubs people the wrong way. They just want you to stay it feels like very just genuine to who you are. And don't act reckless. Like once you do get this notoriety, or you do get recognized for whatever this is, don't let it get to your head, because it can be taken from you just as fast. That's what this is kind of giving me here a little bit. But you are going to reap reap what you sow. Like whatever effort you've been putting in, or whatever skill you've mastered, it's going to gain the recognition it deserves. Also, don't let, be wary of, I'm also getting like a squid pro quo, or quid pro quo, not squid, quid pro quo thing kind of happen where like, you know, people in higher up positions than you are trying to offer you things for like special favors. You know what I mean? Just be careful about that. And it's also warning you to not get romantically involved with anybody at your job. So if somebody's like extra flirty and, you know, whatever, they want you to stay tactful. They want you to stay very much like, nope, this is my job and I am not mixing business with pleasure. Okay. It's one thing to meet someone at a work event, but you guys don't work together. But if you literally work together, either they're above you, or they're your, you know, like your superior, or they're your subordinate. Either way, do not get involved with them. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to your personal life, Virgo. And let's see about your personal life. This stayed on the thing, perspective. It says, change the way you look at things. You could see everything in a brand new light that will help get where you want to be. In changing your perspective, it's again, knowing that you're capable, knowing that you belong there, knowing that you're worth it and you deserve it. And you know, you should be there. You know what I mean? It's like you should be there. You should be able to showcase what you got. You should be able to really use what you know. Use your knowledge. Use your experience, and really like show off a little bit. But again, don't get cocky. Just be confident in your skills. All right? That's what I'm getting. All right. Yo, this deck, I swear, was giving me nothing but problems yesterday, too. This might be the end of this deck. Wow, somebody's super resistant. There's like a super resistance here. What is going on? Might be fighting something in your personal life. Either fighting of it like coming together or coming out or something along those lines. All right, Spirit, tell me about Virgo's personal life for the next 48 hours. Tell me about Virgo's personal life for the next 48 hours. Well, your card came out. Oh, both your cards just came out. Ooh, we in your energy right now. We're in your energy. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like when that happens. All right. let's see here. Oh. Okay. Interesting. You may feel very isolated in your personal life right now. You may not be connecting with family, or you just don't feel like maybe your family life is, you feel very lonely. You may have a family, but it's like you're not connecting with people appropriately, or there's a solitude there. There's a little bit of a loneliness. It's feeling a little bit like being left out in the cold, or not being included in a lot of things when it comes to your family life or your personal life. This definitely has more to do with family than it does with friends. So again, if you're married, if you have children, if, whatever your family life looks like, okay, there's something here where you feel isolated. You don't feel like you're connecting. You may feel like, you may have grown up in some form of like poverty, or, lower income, something along those lines. And as you've gotten older, this feels like maybe you've come into money, but it didn't fix the things that you thought it would. That's what this feels like. The money isn't fixing something that you thought it would fix. It's not making you as happy or as fulfilled as you thought. So this feels very much like maybe that somebody that works a lot, isolates themselves, and doesn't really connect or feel a connection with their family the way that they should. There's a perspective shift that may happen, and you may regret the way that you moved when it comes to your stability, your security, your family life, something that you've built. You may have a different perspective on things now, and there's a little bit of regret in the way that you moved, the way that you took action, or the lack thereof. There's a little bit of self-pity here I'm getting, Virgo, and I'm not trying to knock you guys or anything by that means, but somebody's feeling sorry for themselves right now. Okay, so what I'm kind of feeling like is, did you choose building your career, building some type of wealth, building some type of legacy over building a family, or connecting or strengthening bonds with a family? Because this feels like you're regretting that now. I have Virgo, Taurus, Pisces, Sag, and Scorpio on the deck, or on the table. There's some type of grief or despair or disappointment. There was some type of disillusionment. It's like you really thought chasing wealth, chasing career status, chasing, building yourself up that way, and really building a family or anything like that on the back burner, or putting your family on the back burner. You regret something about that now, because now you feel very alone, left out in the cold. It's like you see it differently now. You wouldn't have sacrificed maybe building something with someone. There's some type of enlightenment happening. I just heard it's not too late. So Virgo, if there's something along the lines of you wanting to connect with family, you wanting to build a family, there are different people see success very differently. Okay, what my idea of success could be different of what your idea of success is. Okay, and so what this feels like is at one point your idea of success looked a certain way, and now there's a shift in the way that you see things, or the way that you perceive the world, or just perceive your life, and it has shifted. And you could have it, this, what this feels like is like you could have all the money in the world and it still doesn't make you feel fulfilled the way that you thought it was going to, because you don't have anybody to share it with. You don't have anybody to like make it feel yeah, make it feel like it was worth it. There may have been a quick decision that you made in the past that you thought was the right decision, and you may regret that now. There's a longing or a yearning, and it almost feels like a mourning. There's like grief and mourning here. I don't know if, I mean, I don't have it out here, but I feel like someone feels like that time has passed, or like maybe you feel like it's too old to start a family now. Oh, wow. And then all those cards just, hold on, guys. What is happening? There's a lot of chaotic energy happening right now. Huh? And how did they flip? That's so crazy. What? Another deck. Okay, I just want you to know, and it was the Hanged Man. I'm telling you, you sacrificed something for something else, and now you don't like it. And now you don't like it. But where's the rest of these? So I got a new deck, right? And I like to go through them and, you know, read the book and all that stuff, and these just fell out of nowhere. I don't know why that fell like that. That was nuts. Maybe because I'm shuffling and hitting the table. I don't know. That was weird. But it was the Hanged Man again, which is what's out on the table right now. And why I feel like you think that you sacrifice, and there almost feels like some form of stagnation. You may have made some type of quick movement based off of impulse, or feeling like you were stagnant, or that you have been waiting for something and you caught a glimpse of what you thought you could go after or grab or whatever, and now you regret it. You may have made a change or a lack thereof out of hesitation, and now you're not so happy. Yeah, you feel very not great right now, Virgo. Very left out in the cold, apathetic. There's seclusion. You're losing motivation. You're bored. This feels like maybe you just didn't think you wanted a family or wanted children, and now you're feeling very differently about that. Interesting. Tell me more about Virgo's personal life for the next 48. If you do have a family, but you've been neglecting them or ignoring them or choosing work over them, in the next 48 hours, something may happen. You may get either some type of communication of some type of loss. Maybe there's somebody that, you know, transitions. You lose something and you regret. It's like you regret the time passing. You regret hesitating. Maybe you were hesitant to communicate to somebody and now you regret not saying anything, like too much time has passed, something along those lines. Ooh, and I got a big old no. Rejection. You may have hesitated to reach out and say something to somebody because you thought you were going to be rejected. Somebody's feeling really insecure. And it's weird too because there's the Ten of Pentacles and the Hermit. That's a very stable, wise energy. Oh, that was weird. It's a very stable, wise energy. So the fact that you feel this way, I don't know. You may have learned a lot of things in your life. And this may have caught you a little off guard because it feels like you were really solid in what you thought you knew, and now you're changing your mind, or you're not as solid in that as you thought you once were. Tell me more. Anything else for the next 48? For Virgo, the next 48 for Virgo's personal life. Yeah, there's some type of uncertainty about some long-term decisions or long-term commitments to people, to others. There needs to be some patience here with yourself and others. There may have been some higher expectations or intense emotional pressure, and you may have moved very differently in the past because of that, and now you regret it. I just heard it's never too late. So whatever you're feeling right now, speak up, reach out, say something, take action. You may be able to save whatever this is, especially if it's already an established family. You may be able to like save it from falling apart. I think you have what it takes to be able to do that. There is a level of like stability here, a solid foundation. So work with that, okay? Don't let that go. Yeah, you may have been hiding that you feel this way, that you're just like insecure, have a lack mindset, you've been bored, apathetic, closed off, not motivated, and you might have been keeping this to yourself. And you need to speak up, especially with the Eight of Wands being here. That talks about communication, talks about swift action. I think if you do take action towards whatever this is, to amend this, to right this, or to deal with these negative emotions, it's going to be easier for you. Or you can find success in it in some way. Kind of turn it around. That's what I'm getting for you. That's the message. All right, Virgo. What a weird energy. Guys, I swear. All right, so I have so in my house, there's a front door, a foyer, like, you know, mudroom type thing. And then there's another glass door. All right. And I keep seeing what looks like, and it's freaking me out, but it's just shadows, I think. Just from being able to see through the door, you know, it's a little bit darker in here right now, shadows, and like whatever, you know, on this wall right here, whatever's on this wall, it keeps looking like there's a face or someone looking at me. It's like freaking me out. It's caught my eye a couple of times. I might need to turn on the light out there so that it stops doing that. All right. This is the message that I have for you guys. I love you so very much. I'm going to be doing, what is it, Libra next. So if you guys are coming on over to Libra, I'll see you there. And if that's not the case for you and this is where we leave each other, I love you guys. Until next time, so very much. Bye.